Previously on The Guardians of Fehal. When last we left our heroes, they had successfully captured the Selkies underneath the schools and the aqueducts, ready to try to break in and steal a magical artifact from one of the noble families. After deciding what to do with Ulan specifically and him transforming into a bug and hiding in Una's bag, they successfully carried the rest of the unconscious Selkies to Lady Elaine's guards, and they were locked up. And then all of them went to go talk to the Duchess herself back at the keep. There was a slight bit of tension between Elaine and Una over Ulan's situation. The Duchess, nevertheless, was impressed for the party taking the entire group alive and gave them a reward of all of the unused items that they asked for to help capture the group, and told them that she would remember their talents for the future. It also left off with Ulan being at least trusted for now as a spy for Lady Elaine and the elders of the village, potentially to infiltrate the First One's group and see more about what their plans are. After that was all resolved, the group headed back to the guild, with Una separating herself from the group for the night just to process her conflicted feelings over the potential of her uncle being evil, knowing that Ulan has a long journey ahead of him, and just being unsure of what's going on in the world. While she did that, Nora, Rowan, and the twins headed to the Novice to celebrate with some drinks, and then headed back to the guild late. And they had found that the center and eastern part of the city was trying to quell riots that had erupted after the chariot race. The next day, Una returned, still feeling a little guilty over breaking some of Ulan's trust, but together the party decided to do a short mission transporting merchants to the northern city of Ramsgate, as well as transporting the others from Breakspear back, which includes their familiar friend, Song Boxwood. Now they've requested the job and prepare to leave for their 5-day journey to Ramsgate. So, as you guys left off, it is probably early afternoon, maybe noon, 1 o'clock. As you've decided to take this mission, Ponder has accepted it, and you guys have the rest of the day to get stuff in order before you leave tomorrow with the merchants, the 3 that you are attending. And I do have details about them if you want to know, but is there any business you would like to do before leaving? I know, Josh, you requested some ore. You are able to go spend time getting that so you can craft more materials. And Andrew will be working with me to get some gear for your guys' mission. Does anyone else have stuff they want to do?
Una will want to go see Ulan, just to let him know that we're going to be gone, or I'm going to be gone for 10 to 12 days, depending on how the trick goes. So that way, I told him I would come and see him every day. Well, obviously that's not happening, so...
Can't you just, leave an illusory self?
Oh, yeah, totally. I'd be like, hey, just wear this hat of disguise self, pretend to be me when you go and see him.
Totally works.
Totally 100%. All the time.
Aaron, did you have anything for Rowan before, too?
I don't think so. No, I can't think of any reason that he would need to prepare anything extra. So I think Rowan's good. He's just kind of waiting.
He just gathers his twiglets and goes.
I was going to ask Rowan if he would be willing to figure out details of where Mama and Papa were going to stay while they were here.
He's gotta find them a hotel?
Yep.
You're putting him in charge of this?
Nora trusts him.
I love it.
Is this like giving the 13-year-old the cell phone and asking them to order pizza?
She trusts you more than a 13-year-old.
Oh my god.
So he's just gonna find a nice place out in the woods amongst the trees. This is where I'd be comfortable. So
Nora would give him guidelines.
It has to be in a nice part of town. It has to be big enough so that they don't feel really squished, but not too big. We don't want to get it too expensive.
Okay. Yes, I can do that.
If you don't want to fully set it up and just find options first, that's okay. We can talk about it together when you get back.
Okay, that might be easier. I like that.
Okay.
Okay, we'll put you on pause for that. And Sam, I'll wait till your computer restarts to do the rest of your thing that you wanted to do. So, Una, you go to the keep to talk to Ulan. And you arrive, and there's obviously guards at the gate. So, basically, what do you say to them?
I will just say I'm here to see Ulin. I was here yesterday with my companions, and uh, they're well aware that I'm coming to visit him today.
The guard basically has one of them go and do some sort. It's a similar messaging system that you've seen at the school, where they basically pull like a leaf and like whisper something into it, and then it flies off to kind of send like a little message. And you're waiting for about like five-ish minutes. Where they get word back and they say, there's not an appointment scheduled with you today. However, I know that they are in meetings and discussing things, so I can leave a message for him if you would like.
Do you know how long their meeting will take today?
I have no idea. Her Grace didn't say, but I know that they're in the middle of planning on the mission that he's going to be going on, as well as getting in touch with the other officials.
Can you have her ladyship send word to the guild hall to inform me when they're done so I may visit him today?
I certainly can. I can certainly request it. It might be very late, but I will see.
That is just fine.
The guard basically says, so I don't want to tell you what to do, but I am going to say, like, it's highly unlikely that they're going to get out of a meeting at a reasonable hour today. Do you want me to have a message? Okay.
I will wait for their message, no matter how late it takes.
Okay. Yep. Do you do anything else after that?
No, because Una's broke bitch.
What she spent all her money on?
Scrolls, man. And well, she gave 200 platinum or 20 platinum that she's refusing to take back because she's stubborn. So I have 200 gold left. So I'm debating on buying a scroll, an upper level scroll, to spend some time to get that in her book. How much is a scroll of Phantom Steed? It's a level 3 spell.
I would assume that's somewhere
5,000
around
gold.
500.
That's what I
let me
thought.
go get my Xanathars. Yep, 500 gold pieces, and it takes 1 work week to create it.
I wonder if she could commission it. She might do that. She might just commission Phantom Steed then. And put like a 200 gold deposit down on it.
Well, that's actually the cost to craft it is 500. So
Never mind
sale
then.
price is 1,000 normally.
Never mind then.
What? You don't just have that, lying around somewhere?
Hell no. Heck, I don't even have enough money to craft it right now.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if you guys would have taken the bag and not told Lady Elaine about it, you probably would have had that money. But I knew you
easily.
wouldn't.
Well, yeah.
Easily.
But we're not dishonest people.
Yeah. If this was Marv, he would have taken it.
Right.
Oh yeah,
As a friend?
yeah, 100%.
No.
No.
Well, and I was like, this is very noble of you guys, and probably like the right thing to do. But
That's
this
a
was
bunch of nonsense!
It's a bunch of
Give
rich
us
people
the
who owned it.
bag!
Yeah, can we get it back? Is it too late to retcon that?
Yeah, if
Fucking
we're going to
be
be
rich.
noble here, we might as well be rich.
I mean, we could go like yell at some peasants or something to make ourselves feel better, I guess.
Oh, peasants. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
That is
Well,
it
she's coming-
for. I mean, she'd maybe go see if she can talk to a few people that she knows and
Just say hi.
just say hi, like her friend at the Shaved Beaver. Not the Shaved Beaver. Yes, the
Cece?
Shaved Beaver.
Yep, it is the Shaved Beaver, the tannery.
Yep.
Yeah, you can go say hi to Cece for a bit. She's working, but if like you want to chat and stuff, that's fine. You had a question, Andrew?
How do you spell Elaine?
A-L-A.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. A-L-A.
Oh, I was like, what letter did I leave off on? Y-N-E.
Okay.
Yeah,
Close.
normally I see it like ELANE.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
saw
I'm-
it with an A, and I just thought it looked cooler, so I was like, I'm gonna go with an A.
Alain.
I'm going. Well, I'll let whoever else finish.
Is there anything you wanted to talk about with CC specifically, or is it just a little visit?
Just a visit. Maybe repair armor that may have been damaged. Fix some things.
Yeah,
See-
you could do that while you're, she'll kind of like let you, because you guys are friends, so like
Mhm.
she'll let you kind of use some of the stuff to repair things while she's working and just,
Yeah.
be
Maybe
like,
talk
if
to
you
her
ever get,
daughter.
yeah, the Weaver, Sigourney,
The
if she
Weaver,
comes
so
over.
she helped me with
Uh,
those. But
Yeah. She'll say, if you get any interesting pelts when you're out traveling next time, you know to look me up.
I will definitely keep that in mind since we are going on a quite a long journey. I wouldn't mind some new pelts myself.
Well, if you're willing to spare them, I always will take them. So, well, that's not 100% true, but you've never brought me shitty pelts before, so.
I would never leave you unsatisfied. That sounds so wrong.
Oh, so right.
I mean, who knows how Una swings? I don't even think Una knows how she swings. So, maybe, I guess.
Has Una ever had a crush on anybody before?
I don't know. I think she's too childish right now. I think she's like starting to get there, but I don't think she's fully there yet. I think she's like a little too innocent. But at the same time, I guess, she was kind of flirty with Ulin.
Yeah, actually, maybe she's just not, but maybe she likes asshole men and she's not been around enough asshole men. I don't know.
Maybe that's what it is. Or maybe, I don't know. She could find women attractive. She
Have
probably
you-
finds women attractive too. I don't know.
So, Andrew, is there anything else you wanted? Did you want to go over survival stuff, or did you have other stuff you wanted Hans and Franz to do before? You left?
I want to go check on the sending stones. I can't remember how much time is left in those.
Oh, let me look at my calendar when you got them commissioned. They will be ready in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days. So
Okay.
you will be in the middle of your trip, but you can pick them up when you get back.
And
so,
I'll tell him that.
Yeah.
And it was all paid for, so that's good.
Yes. He'll ask, do you want them delivered somewhere? Do you want me to send them somewhere? Send the sending
no,
stone somewhere.
keep them. Now, if you could just keep them here, and when they get back into town, they will come by and pick them up.
Do you want them gift wrapped? It's an option.
I mean, if it's free of charge, yeah, I'll take one of them gift wrapped.
Sure, I'll gift wrap them for you.
Yeah, just
I
one
don't
of them. One's for me. The other one was for somebody else.
No, I'll just write down find gift wrapped in his notes and say that you're gonna come pick them up. So, all right. Anything else?
Yeah. I am going to send the letter to Hans and Franz's parents. I'll forward it to you.
Okay.
Or do you want me to? I'll put it in the Hans and Franz folder.
Yeah, that'll work. So there isn't Hans and Franz knows that there is a.
Well, I would imagine that I could send it to a village that I know that we trade with on the edge of, Rhiannon's lands. And then when somebody comes to trade, it can get given to them and then eventually to our parents.
One thing you could do if you wanted to, because you can do, I was trying to see, because Fehan has some places where you can send mail more quickly, because Lady Elaine has a lot of like those like commissioned to have a lot more like sending mail where you can pay extra to like get it places faster, but they're mostly only scattered throughout the big places of the Wind Plain. So I was trying to look on the map to see if there's anywhere that was close to your guys' border, and Wolves Hearth is kind of close, or Harborer is close to the Bendiah border, but it's on the northern end, and they're not usually, well, it's the end of the season, so maybe. But the closer one would be much closer to like much further down south. So that's going to be probably a month of travel before it gets to that town. So I just was going to see if there was let you know there might be a closer location to it, but if not, then it's going to just take a while. But you can certainly drop it in snail mail.
I mean, whichever is going to be quickest, I guess.
If you, yeah, actually, okay. So if you paid the 10 gold, if you paid the 10 gold, they could get it to Wolf's Hearth in a day. And that's on the northern, kind of like in the northern centered area of a river, like of the Bendaya territory. And there's like, it's mountainous and there's a river that kind of divides it up. So it's, your people trade through there quite frequently. So if you wanted to, that would shave like about 2 weeks off the travel time.
Okay.
So you can do that. I'm so excited. Can we read it out or no? Is this just for my eyes only?
I mean, if you
For the
want me to
listeners?
read it out, I can.
Are you cool with that? Because I think the listeners would want to know.
Sure, I don't care.
Okay. Do you want everyone else to bug out or no?
No, I don't care.
Okay. All right. Please go ahead and read it.
All right. Hello, Mother and Father. This is Hans and Franz, and we hope that this letter finds you and everyone in our village well and in good spirits. I hope that little Willa, probably not so little anymore, Warwick and Fritz are doing very well and moving into great roles in the village. We are currently over the mountain in Fehal, which is in the Meyer Empire. We have spent the past years traveling around the Iron Valley and meeting interesting people and creatures. My brother has been the greatest boon in my first years trying to find myself and come to terms with what I had done and what it meant for our people. Since then, he's been the best friend anyone can ask for and has helped us make money to get by day to day with his ever-growing skill in the forge. I cannot apologize enough for what I have done to the totems of our gods, and I want you to know that I'm doing everything in my power to atone for my sins. I don't know if sins is the right word. Would that be something that like our people would use?
I don't know if sins would be the term. I would say atone for my,
Transgressions.
yeah, or actions would work.
Read it over.
Years after leaving the village, we met the Great Hunter, capitalized, and he set us on a path to maybe helping the village, or helping our people. I should change it to it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, because it's not just a village. He sent us to find the other 8, and shortly after that, we met the one that came from the sea. She was majestic and beautiful and gave me a mission related to our people. A little further on our journey, we came across the Great Healer and followed the guidance given to heal an enemy, and now I'm one step closer to my goal. We also met the one who presides over the fallen, and she tasked us with removing a blight on the land. The task was completed, and we moved on to find the next one. Now that we are in Fayen, we have met some very interesting folks and have got close to a small group of people here that are like an extended family. They are very interesting, and I think you both would enjoy them very much. While out on a mission with the guild that we are part of in Fayen, we found the great poet and also capitalized, and spent some time getting to know her as well. She is amazing and sang a very beautiful song about our people, and we were also able to tell her of our people's more recent history. While meeting with her, she told us of a forge related to our people, and after we help our friends here in Fayen, we are going to make our way there. I hear they have amazing honey there, and I know that my brother is very excited to get to go there. Trying to speak in riddles of a sort. Speaking of brother, he has crafted his second magical weapon. The first one he made is an amazing sword called Inspiration that he inscribed with a poem. His second one was an axe for a good friend of ours who was a tree come to life. His name is Rowan, and he has a sister named Nora. They are part Fae and I believe come from somewhere in the Fae realm or near there. We also just helped stop a plot, some extremists from stealing some powerful magical items from the Lady Duchess Elaine. It was a very difficult decision for one of our friends to turn them in and turn them over to authorities, since she is close to them. So with that wandering letter that took me more than a week to finish, I will say goodbye for now. I will definitely not wait 13 years for the next letter. We love you so much and miss you and the rest of our people. If you want to reply, you can send a letter to the Merchants Guild in Fehal. Sincerely, Hans and Franz.
I didn't cry. It was very good, Andrew.
Thanks. But yeah, I'll rewrite some of this and I'll send it over to you.
That was So that was so informational, like driven, that part of me is just like, I could never write a letter that concise. I would be like so much more like all over the emotions.
So then this happened, and this happened, and then
And
this
I
and
love
this
you
and
guys
this
so
and this
much.
happened. Oh my god, I miss you.
Nora, you had specifically requested for something to do.
Yes, I would love to go see Lucius to talk to him about our upcoming trip. Specifically to see if there's anything that we can pick up for him along the way in terms of like unique ingredients or something.
Okay. You can do that. He is in the little alchemy place working hard, and he sees you coming. Oh, Nora, good to see you. Good to see you. Come to work on potions.
Not exactly this time. We're actually leaving for a little bit of a trip. And so we're actually going to be heading like a little ways up north. And so I was curious whether or not you would need anything on our trip, if there's something maybe we could pick up for you.
And I'll just go over with him like the route that we're going to be taking so he knows where we'd be passing through.
Yeah, and he knows the area pretty decently, and he's like,
I
there's
imagine.
there's a couple things. One, I know Meyerfield has it, but also there might be some other areas. It's the season for it. I would love it if you, when you go by the bog, to pick up some dogwood for me.
Some dogwood? Okay.
Yeah, and Nora knows that it's a swamp reed, and it
Yeah.
blooms during the fall. So
I thought it was a sandwich.
I thought it was a
Dogwood?
fungus.
Okay, so dogwood near the bog. I can do that. Anything else?
Yes. There's if you run across any pennyroyal, which is just kind of like a shrub, you're like, pick me up some of that. They have some of it that I think actually grows up near Ramsgate. But the more important one, you're going to be going through a town. Have you ever been to Queen's Rest before?
No, not yet. This is the first time I'll have been there.
It's kind of a town of legend, but they have a magical spring there that has healing properties. So if you can get some, like, now they're going to tell you it's the well, but I know it's not the well. You got to go talk to some of the elves there that guard over the spiritual place of it. And you get me some of the water. They know who I am. You tell them who I am and say that I need some water from there. And I would be so grateful if you picked it up for me.
So getting water from the well that is guarded by the elves?
Yes.
She's like just backtracking.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Are they easy to find?
Yeah, they live in the city. They just are.
Oh.
There's some. The thing is, the tourist trap is they're gonna say that the well in the center of the town is the magical well that gives you the spring water. No. You got to go find like somebody that's wearing some sort of He gives basically some sort of like You would recognize it as like iconography of like that Fey wear of like who practice worshiping like the land is sacred. There's people like this in your village. Like it's wearing certain symbols of like plants and stuff. Caretakers, and he's like, you ask them and tell them from me that I would like more of the real healing water. Okay.
I can do that.
All right.
So I've got dogwood, pennyroyal, and then the magic water.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Oh, you're my favorite person, Nora.
Well, I'm happy to help. I think we should be back in about 10 days or so. So I'll bring it all back once we return.
Perfect. Here, and he gives you some like a little like jars and stuff to put like the stuff
perfect.
into. So yeah, like a little box of it. So he's like,
Jars are a hot commodity.
Yeah, I know. They really are. You can store peppers in them. You can store mushrooms and seeds and nuts.
Pickles.
Pickles.
So for Nora, you have to get a sandwich.
Yep.
And a clown that lives in the sewer that gives out red balloons.
Yep. And
holy water.
And holy water, or I was thinking more like water elementals.
Yep.
So,
but not the Disneyland fake stuff. He wants the
not
real
the fake stuff. He wants the real stuff.
He wants the
from
real
movie
shit.
set. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Not
Sounds
the tourist
good.
set. Okay. now you is that everything for Nora? That's all I had, but okay. Anyone else
So-
have anything?
Yeah, I got something. While Hans and Franz is going through the town and gathering up the platinum materials, he would probably, if it's along the route, he would try to stop by Hughes station, whatever, wherever
Yeah, you
his
can do that.
district guardhouse is. And if he could get in and see Hughes, he'd be trying to check on the events of the previous night with the burning and stuff like that.
Oh, the riots.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little busy, but if you wait for like 30 minutes, he'll kind of get out of a meeting and kind of, he'll talk to you about it. Like normally Hughes wouldn't talk to people, but he knows and trusts you guys and is interested to see if you see anything. And basically the way he describes it, because he wasn't there, but what he's heard, because it was more in the center of the city, it sounded like that some of the chariot factions, like normally the rakier chariot sponsored guy wins just because they, it's kind of their festival. They usually train the best for it. But this year, one of Elios's, someone who was sponsored by the Church of Elios won. And because her ladyship wasn't there to give the award for some reason, and the priest of the Rakier temple had to do it, he kind of was a little snide with the winner, and then it kind of offended the charioteers, and then they got into a fight, and then the religious followers got into a fight, and then the crowd kind of got into the fight, and then just randomly later in the night, there were some buildings that got set on fire too, that just seemed, and it just turned into more chaos.
And do you know who set the fires?
No one that we really know. It didn't, from the few reports I've heard about it, it didn't sound like any of the temple people started it, but it also just seemed random. Maybe it was an opportunity to loot stuff.
What was vandalized? What was looted?
Just some of the warehouses, some of the stores, in the central market. It was mostly just a few inns caught on fire, but I don't think there was because most people were in the city center. It wasn't like there was too many deaths, fortunately. I mean, still, it's not as bad as it could have been.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, I wanted to stop by and let you know that we'd be gone for about 2 weeks. And, don't be surprised if you don't see or hear from us in that time. But also, keep an eye out for, if there's any work that you need us to do. Because I definitely like working with you, Mr. Hughes. And, I definitely want to keep pursuing that venerable line a little bit. So
I'll keep your ears out for anything.
anyway, have yourself a good day. And if you need me to chase down anyone that started those fires, let me know.
I'll put you on the top of the list of people to call.
Thank you.
And then Hans and Franz will go about his day, gather up the materials, and be back in the guild by sundown.
All right. Yes.
I feel like Hans and Franz is gonna take on the Hornet as his vigilante persona.
Yes. Yes.
The Hornet does not agree with this.
The Hornet does not appreciate the crimes that you are committing.
If you would
Repent
please
from your
cease and
ways,
desist.
or prepare to be stung. Well, I gotta workshop the catchphrase, buddy.
That's fine. That's
The
fine.
best part is you can create your own little Batman-like gadgets because you already work in the forge.
Yeah,
so you're
you
just gonna
are
have
a
you have to
tinkerer.
make yourself a tool belt, put a
Who's
bunch
gonna
of
make
gear
your
in there.
costume now?
Bat shark repellent. Probably Una, because she's the one who
Sigourney,
tried to learn how
Sigourney
to
the
sew.
Weaver.
No, I can't have anyone in the public space making my stuff.
No,
Yeah,
it'd be
Una, man.
So we'll have to come up with a helmet that locks your head in place, so you can't.
Yep.
You have to. turn
Or-
roll,
No,
upper bottom.
Hornets can
have
tilt their head ever
disguise
so
every night.
slightly. What's
No,
that?
it's a
Or you
Batman
just
joke.
you just steal the hat of disguise every night. That's all you have to do.
And I make my face look like a hornet.
There you go.
That's terrifying.
That's
Man
terrifying.
hornet.
I do have one more thing I want to do.
Yes.
I'm gonna stop in and talk to Ponder,
Okay.
and can I find Ponder?
Yeah, he's really, really kind of tired looking and busy from getting all of like the jobs tasked out and stuff, but you can eventually find time to talk to him.
Hey Ponder, how's it going?
I haven't slept in 48 hours getting ready for this day, but I will be having a nice long nap tonight. Is that
That-
technically a nap when you just go to bed after so many hours?
That depends on how long you sleep, I think. I'm not terribly sure.
Mhm.
Sometimes I try to take a nap and then I just fall asleep for 8 hours and I wake up at like, midnight. It happens. So I just wanted to ask you if I was just going to say, this probably doesn't work very well since you're so tired and busy, but maybe next time we go on the local mission, if you want to get out and, kind of get your chops, get some missions in, we'd be willing to take you with us.
Are you asking me if I want to go on something for the guild with you all?
But you don't have to. I'm just saying the offer is there if there's a job that, if you want to get out of the office for a bit and maybe try stepping into a different role, it's good to get out.
I appreciate you trying to help me, but if you want to be friends, you could just ask me to go out for like a drink with you. It doesn't have to always be exercise or work related.
Well, I mean, exercise is fun. And work related, it's not so much. I thought we were friends, but I guess maybe not.
No, we are. I'm just saying your way of spending time with your friends is interesting.
I guess I didn't really think about that. I just thought that maybe you'd want a change of scenery for a couple of days, maybe, and get out of town. But yeah, I'll definitely see. We're going to be out of town for the next 10 days. But when we get back, sure, let's go out and grab a drink with my brother and Nara and Rowan and Una.
We should take Ben with us too. He doesn't get out enough either. He's about as pent up as I am.
All right, well, you take it easy, Panda. See you when we get back.
Yep, see ya. And he goes back to paperwork and stuff, and but he still is he looks really tired, but you still notice he's styling his hair a bit more, and he's got a little bit more confidence to him.
All
So,
right.
The pep talk at least is holding.
Good. Good.
Good. I will get this man a boyfriend.
Wait, doesn't he already have a boyfriend?
No, Ponder's single.
Hughes is married.
Hughes
That's
is
what it
married.
was.
Hughes' husband. Well, you
That
guys
was
don't know
great.
any details about him, but yeah, Hughes has a husband.
Yeah, he told us something about him. I can't remember what it was
I
that's
don't
okay.
remember.
though. That's whatever. All right.
So, Lizzie, I have a question. I've been on this road probably a couple of times, haven't I?
Yes.
Yeah. So
You've
I'm
been
I'm
through
very
everything.
familiar with this track. Okay.
Yep.
And this is probably the way I came to
True.
Fehal.
Through
Yes.
Ramsgate?
Yes, because this is the north road that goes to Breakspear. Like, if you
Breakspear.
stay on this road for another 6 days, it will go to Breakspear.
That's what I thought. So this is basically the same road I came from.
Well, what
Yeah.
about that
One,
left
two,
fork in the road
4,
that kind
5,
of follows
6,
the forest line?
That goes to a different town and goes towards the if we tab over to the bigger map.
Isn't that where you guys fought the undead necromancer was over there?
No, that's where they met the Raven though.
That's what it
No,
was.
way up north.
No.
Yeah, the,
Yeah,
the
it was-
Raven was further up
Raven-
north.
The Ravens was over here.
Yeah.
The Raven was over here. So if you got on the road from Ramsgate like and go this direction, you'll cross here and then go to this town, and then this is the edge of the Iron Valley and Wind Plains border. There's it's a really big river, and it kind of opens up into like a mini, not like an inner sea, because it's only like about like 30 to 40 miles across of this waterway.
Sounds like a pretty good
That's a
inner
sea.
sea.
Yeah.
Is it like
sea.
a little inner
There's
sea
the-
then?
The
Think
Great
like, you know, like,
Lakes
yeah, Great
are
Lake Superior's
10 miles across at most.
something like that.
No,
not-
it's
not
way
that
more
far.
than that.
Yeah, I think it's more than that.
I'm pretty sure Superior's at least 20. Hold on.
But regardless, I mean, it's still a big.
Yeah.
Well, how
it's a
big
big-
are your hexes on this map? Do you have an actual
they
mile
are-
measurement?
There are 30 miles by 30 miles.
Okay, so like if you're talking about that inlet north of
Mhm.
Aston
Yep.
to the northwest, you know, that's I mean that's a pretty good size if that's 30 miles flat to flat on these hexes.
Yeah, just tip to tip, like the edge to edge.
Well, is it flat to flat or is it intersection to intersection? 30 miles.
Intersection to intersection? Well, so like from this point to this point would be about 30 miles.
You can use the measuring tool, honey.
Oh, I don't.
So when I say flat to flat, I literally mean border to border.
Border to border is 30 miles across.
Okay.
The
So-
Great Lakes are 100. Lake Superior is 160 miles across at
That's
its
what I
widest.
thought.
At its widest.
That's
though.
how long it is.
No,
Yeah.
it's 350
Oh,
miles
wow.
long.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
wow.
is 160 from the widest point to the widest point.
Oh, wow.
Which
Okay.
is like Grand, whatever, all the way over to Wa something.
That is just
Um,
like Superior. I don't know
But yeah.
about the other
Gotcha.
Great Lakes.
From like
Okay, so yeah,
from
this
like,
would just be an extra wide river. Then it probably wouldn't be an inner sea.
Yeah, it opens.
it'd be a lake for sure. It's a
Yeah.
lake.
Well,
It's
could,
like-
could it be a
It's
lake? Because it
Yeah.
talk it,
It's
or
next
maybe
to-
is it like a great delta?
It's like a Great Delta. Not
Yeah,
So it
probably a
depends on
great
what the
delta.
what it's. It doesn't have to be a delta. It depends on
I
what the.
I can definitely tell you that it's wet.
So like the Missouri River goes into like not even a mile across, and
Yeah.
they call it Lake Oahe for like Jesus, like 100 miles. So it's, I mean, it could be a lake, it could be a delta. It depends on how deep
It
and
can
how.
be whatever you want it to
Well,
be.
I'm just like I guess I'm not too sure of what because this is ocean to the
Mhm.
north,
Yeah.
and generally when like that part where a river meets the ocean, that's a delta, right? Or am
Yeah.
I thinking it wrong?
Well,
No, it's a
like the
delta.
Missouri River Delta, it's not that long.
Yeah.
It's
A
Gotcha.
delta is
it's
usually
where
just
it
the
goes
opening.
out.
So
in-
so the delta would be like the
Mhm.
part that
That last-
crosses
like that.
this last
If
area.
anything, this would just be a really wide river,
Yeah.
Yeah.
technically.
Or I mean, I guess it could be a lake because Lake Oahe, like Andrew said, in the Missouri is
But
just
lakes don't
part of the
usually-
Missouri. But
Yeah.
But either way, I don't think anyone in our audience gives a fuck about this.
was that why you were shrugging your shoulders, Sam? Because you're like, who cares?
Yeah.
Who knows? Who cares?
I was about to be like, all of my friends are arguing about a body of water that we're not even gonna get near.
I'm not arguing. I'm
Not
trying to
yet.
understand.
No, it's a river. It's a delta.
Yeah, basically the rest of the day though passes, and Una, you get a letter at like 8 o'clock at night
All right,
that they
yeah.
finish with the meetings.
Then I will go. Yeah, at 8 o'clock at night. And go see Ulin.
All right. The guards will let you in and escort you, and he's basically kind of like eating dinner with like everybody else in the common area with the guards at this point. Like Lady Elaine isn't there. It's just where you were before, but he's just kind of eating dinner there with them by himself. And yeah, you can go talk to him.
Yeah, I guess I would like try to like sneak up on him almost and like just be that awkward person that's like silent and all of a sudden like slides in next to him. Just see what happens.
Okay, give me a let me see what his passive is. Give me a perception check, or give me a stealth check.
That is a 17.
Oh, you just beat his passive.
Yes. Yeah, then just kind of slide in next to him carefully and just kind of sit there.
Go. Ancestors above, Una. How are you so quiet and yet so loud when you talk?
I'm not that loud, not compared to you.
That's wishful thinking.
Who is the one who snuck up on who?
No, I'm saying you're loud when you talk, so I guess it's just when you're not talking. You're quiet.
I suppose.
I'm just usually me. State of quietness.
I see we've returned to the awkward flirting once more.
This is not awkward flirting. You want to see awkward flirting. No, I'm kidding.
No. Please, no. So...
Brother. I don't
if
do
you're-
those
if you're-
incest things.
Which makes it awkward flirting. Yeah, that's what he was getting at.
So if you're wondering, the elders aren't here yet.
I have a feeling I'm probably not even going to be able to see them when they come, but I will be going away for the next 10 to 12 days, depending on how this mission goes.
Well, I don't think that. I think that's probably smart for a little bit. You're gonna just go anxious waiting around here. Today was basically just me talking with her greatness and her somebody. I don't even know who he was to be 100% sure. And then
There was a
her-
gentleman with you as well during this stuff?
the one who walked in yesterday.
Do I remember him?
Yeah, there was a human man that walked in with them and Lady Sea Mist.
Have I seen that man before? Do I recognize him?
You would have not seen him before that moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We basically they did a little bit of information gathering last night after you left, talking to me a bit more, and then they did some questioning with the Bellwater kid, and then they're waiting for the elders to get here before they question the rest of the group downstairs. So I'm basically kind of playing the waiting game.
I do have some fears that have come up about you going undercover, because
This is also a very good time to bring it up after I'm committed to it.
yes, I just want you to be safe. Because my fear is, since we did not kill them, that does give them an opportunity to escape. And if someone here can be influenced by one of them, or if an outside source can get to them, that would put you in danger.
Well, Elaine is concerned about that as well, but she hasn't really. I think she's going to let them think that the safest option is to let them think that I managed to get away, and which would be believable with my talents. As far as I know, they're gonna. Dalen doesn't know I'm here and doesn't know I've been captured. He hasn't seen me at all, and they are in maximum security downstairs. They have Para in some sort of like anti-magic chamber.
Probably for the best, since that's the only way to really control her gifts.
Can I ask you a weird question?
You may.
What did you do to like irritate Lady Elaine so much?
She and I see respect in different ways, and unfortunately, I do not see her as a respectful leader. Unfortunately, I feel like she takes advantage of those around her and does not obey personal property, which is very difficult for me to understand, since that's kind of how our village is based off of. I think our attitudes about my beliefs versus her beliefs is a line drawn in sand that we're both unwilling to cross.
But that doesn't explain why she seemed so irritated whenever your name came up.
I guess I must push her buttons very thoroughly, because I'm unwilling to bend to her rules and her wants, and I listen to my own beliefs without being too compromised, or try to, I should say. Most of the time I do fail.
No, you're only human. Well, that's an awful expression to come out of my mouth. I've been around too many humans.
Una would have totally just laughed her ass out when he said that, especially since where he was just at. So, yeah.
Yeah, but basically he'll make small talk with you, and I think eventually before you kind of leave for the night, he'll say, "Now, do me a favor and project your hero complex onto your other friends for a while, and just let me stay here and know I'm safe and out of danger, all right?"
I do not have a hero complex. I have a
that you don't.
Friend and family saving complex.
You have a hero complex. I literally heard you say you would throw yourself away while I was in a grasshopper in your bag yesterday to save me. And we weren't even that close growing up. Like, we were close. I knew your sister and I knew you, but we weren't even buddy-buddy.
You were still considered family by my family. My mother treated you like a son, and so did my father, which made you a brother. And though we might not have been close, you were family, and I think my mother would have done the same thing.
You're probably right, but still, don't go get yourself killed, all right? Be smart. And you'll kind of flick your forehead.
Whew. So she's gonna take a piece of sea glass that actually was in Una's mind, she has 5 pieces of sea glass that belong to her mother.
Okay.
She's going to give him one of those pieces. And when she'll take it out of her hair and says, "This belonged to my mother, and it's brought me luck, so I hope it'll bring you luck as well." And she'll give him the sea glass.
He'll take it appreciatively and weave it into his hair, and he's like, "I'll probably need it eventually, but not now. So far, I seem pretty safe for right now. I have to figure out my line strategy when I go back. But with the way interrogations are going and how long it'll take the elders to get here, who knows? They might still be around by the time you get back from your mission."
Well, we'll see. I mean, the main reason I want to see the elders is to see who they send. Because hold on, let me find my uncle's name. I should have been more prepared. Bode?
Let me look at my notes of.
You mean Bodie? B-O-D-E?
B-O-Y-D.
Boyd.
Boyd. Let me see if that's the one.
Yeah, he's a tribe elder.
Okay, yeah.
Because Duncan's the fisherman.
Duncan the fisherman.
How many uncles does Una have?
3.
Yeah.
Which is
evil uncle, fisher uncle, and
elder uncle.
An elder uncle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is uncommon. So actually having one child is common. More than that is a huge risk. So it's so strange that Una's family is as big as it is, actually.
Bunch of greedy people.
Yeah, like the fact that Una had basically her mom had 5 or 4, and I have 4. Like, that's extremely uncommon.
Yeah, he's like, "Well, there's a good chance that Boyd will be one of the elders coming, so we'll see how that goes."
Well, I hope he treats you well and maybe remembers you.
Yeah, we'll certainly see how that goes. We'll just have to.
Yeah, you're the whelp that used to date my niece.
They never dated.
Yeah,
they just hung around and flirted.
Yeah, you're the whelp that my niece left behind, and now she lives a good life.
Thanks for that.
But yes, it would be nice to see him again, because I am getting a little homesick, I must admit. It's been a while since I've seen the sea.
Been a while.
Yeah, he'll say, "Well, I mean, I suppose the sea is where you find it, so you can find little ways to remind it what you carry with you and your memories, so just seriously though, don't die, all right?"
I have luck on my side. Okay, Una will give him a little hug quick and then leave him alone to finish
He's like,
eating.
"Ugh, affection."
That's fine. Una's affectionate.
You're ruining my bad boy mystique. Now go away.
That's just fine. I can ruin it. I'm like a little sister.
No. He
That's what I'm
like
for.
waves you off.
Okay, yeah. Onward and outward.
Yeah, anything in the evening, or are you guys ready to start hitting the road?
On the road again.
Probably
I
ready to
never-
hit the
Can't
road.
wait to get on.
I never found a hotel for.
Oh
Mama
yeah,
and Papa.
hotel.
Rowan has been out this whole time. Okay, so how does
My internet
Rowan
keeps
go?
cutting out.
How does Rowan go find a hotel?
Well, he would do the only thing that a logical person would do, and go to
TripAdvisor.
someone he knows that could help him.
Yelp.
Yep.
Who does he go
Help!
to?
Help! No. He would probably start with Ponder, because he doesn't fucking know. I don't. Sure, Ponder might be able to help me. So yeah, so he goes to find Ponder. Maybe he can help.
Yeah, he's in his office working hard. He'll be like, "Oh,
Or
Rowan,
hardly working.
Rowan. Is anything wrong?"
No,
You look
nothing.
distressed.
Nothing is wrong. My mama and my papa are coming to visit in a couple of weeks, and I need to help find them a place to stay while they're here.
Oh, yes, that's right. I remember making the arrangements with Nora. Yeah, there's a few places. Do you want them near the guild? Do you want them in someplace fancy?
Someplace that's not too big, not too small. Probably something cozy. Probably nearby. Might not be a bad idea.
A lot of the places right next to the guild are a little bit grungier, but if you go up a few streets, there's a few nice ones closer to the river on the southeastern bank. So there's one I think called the Sunrise Inn, which is pretty nice. There's been a few merchants that stay there. And he'll list off a couple names, but basically the Sunrise Inn is the one that's probably the nicest sounding one. And he'd say you'll probably, if you want to book a room now, you probably have to go there and request it.
Oh, okay. Okay, I will maybe I will go take a look at these places and see if I like any of them. Thank you for your help. I will probably be back.
Okay. Good luck. And he gives you pretty clear directions, because it's most of the inns are on like a easy main street, because right.
Travelers don't want to get lost.
Travelers. So
we don't have to roleplay it, but
you can go and they're a little taken aback by a tree man coming in, but you are able to secure I would not purchase the room.
Check it out. I'm just I told Nora that I would figure out options and come back to her. I'll get prices.
For modest, it would be like five silver a night. So
okay.
I'd like to make sure that we at least have some rations just in case.
Yep, you can do that. How many days worth of rations would you want, knowing that there are towns where you could restock every day?
I would still probably get I'd probably get at least 5 days worth for everybody. So 5 times 4, so 20 silver. Is that right? You said 4 silver apiece?
For one set of rations per day, because rations are 5 silver a day.
Okay.
Times 4 is 20.
20.
So
times
20,
5.
20 per day.
For 5, 20 per day.
Times 5 would be 250, right?
So that'd be 25 gold? Or no,
Yeah.
No, it'd be 10 gold. So it's 2 gold.
10 gold.
Yeah, it's 10 gold.
Yeah.
We can math.
10 gold. Yeah, 10 gold.
Because you're just
Okay.
getting it for the way there.
Are you wanting
Right.
to take it out of
Yeah.
party fund?
Yeah, take it out of the party fund.
I will mark it down.
You don't have to take on all the financial burdens.
Rowan, you haven't put money down for the hotel rate for the parents. You haven't done that
No,
yet.
no.
Okay.
Oh no, that's. I assume that's coming out of our funds.
Oh,
I
that works.
also don't know how long you wanted your parents to stay for.
I
Like, was it at least a
No.
couple days? A week?
Probably.
This is purely up to you guys, and like,
Right.
Nora didn't plan that far.
okay. So
It's
we'll
like
just
the
say
first
they'll
time
leave
that-
whenever.
Yes.
They'll leave whenever after they get here.
I secretly have 70 gold, 4 silver, and 5 copper.
Is that from gambling?
I think so. It's
We
How you
gambled
gonna
a
make
lot.
that bigger,
burning.
man?
It's burning a hole in my conscience.
And
That means you gotta gamble it away.
Yeah, you and Una have this new hobby that's gonna have to be explored. Now that stakes can get higher.
I don't remember where I got.
It was from the fighting pits.
Oh, that's right. I picked up a bunch. That's what. That's
And you
what
put
it
it
was.
inside your chest cavity.
Yep.
And you won money.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I gave Nora most of it. I don't remember.
Yeah, you gave her the coin purse, but anything you picked up from the floor
Yeah.
you kept. Plus,
Yeah.
you did bet, I think, once as well, and you got some winnings from there.
Yes.
Yeah, regardless, you and I together have plenty of money to be able to
Yeah.
get
You guys
hotel
could
rooms,
probably
like
pay
nice
for
ones.
a fancy
so.
ass in. If you
Yeah,
wanted to.
we probably could, but we won't.
We're modest
Okay.
people.
Anything else for supplies you wanted to get? Because I think you have everything you bought from your trip with the Nightingale, and you still have a climbing kit. Because I know you bought one, even though you borrowed one from the guild. You still bought one too. So you have like a bunch of stuff. You got shovels.
Grappling hook, 50-foot silk rope, some sea glass, climber's kit, explorer's pack, shovel. Yeah. That's what
You're good. You're fine. You're fine. There's gonna be a Holiday Inn every night there on the way.
Well, these kids
So,
eat
so
great.
I do have to ask you
Yes.
in the message, you had said that it was 1 gold per cart to get through the tolls. Do we have to pay that? Because that's fuck that.
No, the merchants are paying for their own cart.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
just the guards.
No.
That's what I was
but
like.
you have to pay for the toll. Well, are you bringing your
Why?
own cart, or are you
How would we
riding
bring our own
with
cart?
them?
We're the guards.
Yeah, guards don't bring their
How
own
are you
cart.
getting back?
Horses?
Oh wait, you guys
well,
are riding with other
Song.
merchants on the way
Yeah.
back, so you're fine. Yeah, you're
So-
fine then.
Song Boxwood has his own cart.
That's right. Never mind.
Guys, the
So
price
no,
doesn't
it-
matter. We'll just submit a refund receipt to the guild. They'll pay us back. It'll be fine.
Well, see, no, the guild doesn't do it. You have to submit it as you have to wait till you get your 1099, and
Got
then you
it.
submit it as a
So
taxable.
it's like a tax write-off.
You're refunded 51 cents per mile.
Yep.
Real quick, as Rowan, what are taxes?
The devil, son. The devil.
The
do you
devil.
have time to explain these taxes to me? Please
Uh,
Okay.
Cool. So you guys go to bed and wake up the next morning, and get ready to leave. So your party that you're traveling with, there are 3 merchants, and the first one is Anir, which is the dwarf who is basically deals in exotic wares. They don't really look like they're carrying stuff. They just have a bag with them, and they're riding in one of the carts. And you get the sense that they kind of deal with enchantment, magical items, as Josh found out when they talked to them earlier, a couple days ago. There is Halan, which is a human woman. She's a jeweler, so a lot of her stuff is in little boxes and stuff. And she has some jewelry that got commissioned by nobles in Breakspear, but she intends to sell smaller wares at various towns along the way. And then there is Norris, which is a male tiefling. He is a pale orange color and a spice merchant who is carrying various goods from Elios's field. So that's where most of the merchandise fits in the carts, is all of his spice stuff. So
Anir, Halan, and Norris.
yes.
Okay. So Chuck Norris has got spices.
I didn't give him a last name. His name is just Norris.
Yeah, we're giving him a first name.
Chuck.
His first name is Norris.
Yeah, you say that.
Norris.
Norris.
Norris Chuck.
Yeah, Norris Chuck.
Good old Chucky.
Mr. Charlie.
But yeah, so how are you guys riding in the carts?
I'm not. I'm bringing Sureblood.
I
We have horses.
Yeah,
Okay,
we do have horses.
Is that what you're all doing? You're riding your horses? Okay.
Maybe
Hans
so.
Franz has a horse?
I mean,
Yeah.
so that way we're not a burden on the people.
Oh, okay.
We'd
I
probably
didn't remember that I owned a horse.
we borrow them from the guild.
Oh,
Yeah, you can
Gotcha.
borrow them from the guild.
Yeah, so we
Gotcha.
borrow them from the guild, and as long as we bring them back, then we're fine. Otherwise, we have to pay to replace them.
What did I name Aaron's war horse? I think it was like Mister or something like that.
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Warhorse.
Yep, his name is Mister. Looks like an angry old man.
I don't remember what I
An
named him.
angry
But
old
A
man.
giant,
You
a
had it.
giant. I have it written down. A giant
Yeah.
warhorse named Mister. Looks like an angry old man.
Verbatim, I wrote that down.
That's great.
that was the first time you wrote him was the episode where you guys or the time you guys wrote the
Meyerfield.
song. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Because we
Oh,
wanted
do
to
I-
go cross country, and this way we're taking the road since we have carts.
Question: how are your formations? Because I think I said, is there 2 carts or 3 carts? What did I
I'm
say?
a little rusty, but you know.
3. I think Una would probably go first, just being
There's
the
2
ranger
carts.
in the lead.
Okay, there's 2 carts. That's what it was.
Okay. Hans and Franz would probably be like trailing behind and just kind of keeping an eye on things, being able to see, far to the sides off the road and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll hang towards the back. Just to have a good view of the caravan itself.
And then maybe
Not
Nora
much,
and
just a little bit.
then maybe Nora and Rowan can take like the sides and stuff just to be like
That's you.
kind of there as
Kind of in the
Guarding
middle.
Did that
Yeah.
not mute?
Yeah.
No, it did. She just saw you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you got all that, Lizzie?
So it's
Yep.
Una,
Okay.
Rowan, and Nora, and then Hans and Franz and Hans and Franz.
Yeah.
Right?
So, Una, Rowan, and Nora.
Hans and Franz.
So,
Hands
There we
and
go.
friends.
and I'm assuming this is probably going to be the formation you guys keep.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Front. Okay. All right. So someone roll me a d12, please.
Sure. I'll roll a
6.
d12. Oh, that works.
Okay. Trip there is uneventful. Everything goes cool.
The trip to Meyerfield or the
Yep,
trip
okay.
to Ramsgate?
No,
Just
to Meyerfield. To Meyerfield, you make it there. Meyerfield only really has like one inn, basic. Well, for a town with over 700 people, you think they would just have one inn, or would they have more than one inn?
I mean, from what we experienced before, it was just the one inn.
Yeah, so it's probably just the one.
It was
inn.
one
So, yeah.
inn, one pub or tavern, one church.
One shot and one beer.
So one
I
horse
want
now.
bourbon. I want scotch. I
One
want
more
beer.
time. Wow, you guys are all blurry when I take off my glasses.
Are you blind or something? Jeez.
Turns out,
I-
yes. Yes, she is.
So if we're stopping in Meyerfield for the night, I think Hans and Franz would want to check in on the Padre.
Okay, he's actually, when you guys arrive at the Plowman, because it's about like a little before dinner time, you are putting in the wagons for the night of the merchandise and stuff, and the merchants go in, and some of you guys are going to be expected to stay with the carts. and take turns and stuff. But for whoever goes into the actual plowman with them to get dinner first or bring it out, Father Neri is in there with other people having dinner and chatting. So you can, if you go in there, you'll see him.
Awesome. Yeah, so Hans and Trons will, I guess, go in to get food for everyone, the rest of the party, and see Father Neri and say,
"Oh, Father Neri, hello, we're back. How are the ghosts?"
He looks looks up from who he's chatting to, and he
Witches.
just some like random townspeople, like somebody
just a townie. They don't matter.
Townie.
His name's Nick. Just don't worry about it.
His name is Nick. And he sees you and he's like, Hans and Franz, it's wonderful to see you. Is it just you here, or is everyone here?
My brother Nora and Rowan and Una are all outside by the cart. We're escorting some merchants up to Ramsgate.
Is he healing all right?
Oh yeah, he healed just fine.
Oh, good. And then he'll kind of like yell to the patrons of the bar and say, buy their drinks all night on my tab. And they see you come in. It's like, hey, if you aren't going to pay for it, we're going to do it for free. But I'll happily take your money, Father Neri. And yeah, so basically.
So no more ghosts?
No, there hasn't been any more ghosts.
Good.
Call us the Ghostbusters.
So yeah, Hans and Trons would get food for the party, bring it back out to the carts, and say,
Father Neri is inside. If anyone wants to go, say hi. All of our drinks.
Do you say it like that?
Yes.
What do you mean? Do I say it like that?
You have to go and say hi.
Give him a greeting. I don't know. What do you want?
To give you a hard time, that's what.
But yeah, Father Neri is buying our drinks all night, so go and get something for yourselves.
Sure.
I guess no one else drinks.
Oh,
But Hans and Trons.
Una won't drink since she's
I'm
on
gonna
the
get
job.
fucking shot.
doesn't drink.
Nora would just be like, do you have any juice?
Yeah, they have juice. They can get you some juice.
Yeah, wheat extract.
Some sort of like.
Isn't that just like whiskey?
Yeah.
No, it's not fermented.
No, it's like they juice the wheatgrass.
But the apples are in season. You probably could get some apple juice.
Oh, delicious. Does that mean that cider is in season?
Yes.
Does cider exist?
Yes. Cider
If
exists.
there's
exist?
non-fermented stuff, there's fermented stuff.
Do you
This is
exist?
still
I don't
life.
know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you exist. But yeah, Father Neri's in there if you guys want to talk to him. I just want to, like, if there's whoever's going to stay out and watch the stuff, watches the stuff.
I'll run in and
Stay out.
grab a drink and say hi, and then come back out. And...
Okay.
Una's setting alarms around all of the carts since they're parked next to each other. She's taking her like hour to do her.
So I'm
Probably not
really
an hour.
curious. Who sets off an alarm?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what do
right?
you set as
Who are the
stipulation?
exceptions? Who are the exceptions?
So our party's exceptions, and then the merchants who carts they belong to. Because I'll do each individual cart. So if one merchant tries to go in the other cart, an alarm will go off, and vice versa. So like I'll do one for one merchant's cart, another for the other merchant's cart.
You're going to be up all night, girl.
No, that's 2 castings.
No,
Just
yeah, and
the
also
amount of times it trips.
it's yeah, like it's the carts aren't that big. It would be much less time than when she does her mile perimeter around.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, because the alarms are going to be going off.
Why would they be going off? Are they parked in the back?
They're parked in the stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anything that's not a merchant or us will trigger it. So rodents.
That's fine. We'll have Spreul look for those.
Go hunt, little furry friend.
Is he still a bat?
Oh, he is still a bat. I'll probably actually turn him back into
Puffin.
A puffin. I was debating if I should do a hawk since we're not really by the shore, but I think we're gonna just stick with a puffin.
Yeah, do a blood hawk, then he can be the true hunter.
I'll say a puffin.
Rowan will probably end up sleeping with the carts since I can go sentry.
Whoa. I mean, I know they're made of wood, but
Not in that way. I'm not going to take them to bed. I'm just going to rest near the carts.
Una will do the same, since that's normally what she probably would do when she's on a mission.
well, you guys are all expected to sleep with the carts.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, then I do that.
yeah.
Yep, nope. My time setting alarms, changing Sproul into a puffin, and probably using all my spells to create good berries too.
Yeah. Andrew, Hans and Franz finds that Father Neri does kind of like want to chat just for a bit and make sure that you're doing okay. He's asking about like any long-lasting nerve damage from the, the necrotic energy. But
Have you seen any more dead people lately?
How's your mental state?
Only the ones that I leave behind me. Yeah, I'll sit and chat them up. I mean, I don't
Oh,
have
sure.
anything to hide, and yeah,
No, that's fine. He
that's
just
about it.
eventually, is Nora doing anything either? She's just getting her cider and dinner.
Just getting cider and dinner. That's it.
Josh, anything for you?
Who was that old man that we escorted back to his home this last time?
Old Man Jenkins.
Oh yeah, it was Old Man Jenkins. Yeah. Probably
Old
just
Man
like, hey old timer, how you doing? Sort of thing.
Hey, you crusty old bitch. How you doing?
See if he's at the bar. If he's
Wasn't he a
not,
regular?
Where's Old Man Jenkins? Why isn't he here?
Oh, he
that
died.
sort of thing.
Oh,
yeah, and find out.
Father-
He died.
No, Father Neri is like, oh, he broke his hip like a couple days back, and he's just on bed rest until it mends up a bit.
Oh. Well, I mean, I could probably fix that.
I did a little bit. It was more of to teach him not to drink so much before he walks home at night at his age.
Oh, silly guy.
He's not really in any pain. It's just gonna force him to not be drinking.
Silly
for too long.
goose.
You can see Father Neri say it with a mischievous secret. It's like with a mischievous tone. It's like that's a cleric trade secret though between us.
I see.
One holy man to another.
So you withhold healing to teach people a lesson. Okay.
It's like some dentist level shit.
Yeah, right?
Oh, Jesus. Wait, does that mean he has cocaine too?
Probably.
Oh, sweet.
Can I get some of that moon sugar?
But yeah, you guys can sit and chat with him for a while. Eventually, about an hour after you've gotten there, there is a woman who comes in to talk to him. And she kind of just walks in. He's like, "Oh, Vil, it's been a while." And she says, "It's good to see you, Father Neri. I'm sorry, I've just returned from the keep, and Lord, what does she call? What would she call him?
His lordship.
His lordship.
Yeah, his lordship would like to."
Dingleberry?
His
Yeah.
weasel ship.
His lordship,
Daddy.
His daddy ship?
No.
His lordship would like to know when you plan on blessing the wheat this year. And he says, "Oh, probably another week or 2.5, 3 weeks, and then it should be close to the time to receive the blessings." And she says, "Very good, I'll let him know. Thank you so much." And just kind of walks out. She was just coming to check on that and then leaves.
What did she mean by blessing the wheat?
Oh, it's as an Elios follow, where once the wheat is close to getting ready to harvest, there's a blessing ceremony, and that ushers in the actual start of the harvest season.
Do you make the harvest more abundant with your blessing, or what is it for?
Yes, I do pray for that, and also to just for a good year and making sure that the crops don't rot over the winter, and they it's just a sort of religious ritual of that sort. I know I'm explaining it badly, but yeah, that's basically what it is. He kind of does like a plant growth sort of thing to boost the wheat.
Okay.
Oh, that's very interesting. Does Lord Eris
Or is it Lord Rice?
You'd call him.
Well, I know what I'd call him, but
No, like is the last name Eris or Rice? I can't remember.
The last name is Eris.
Okay.
Right
does
there.
does Lord Eris give you any payment to the church for doing the blessing, or?
Oh yes, his family has always supported the local church here and been religious worshippers of Helios over the years. But normally it's because for after the blessing, he normally throws a sort of a harvest festival and invites some of the various nobles out and to celebrate. So he just always waits until after the blessing is complete, so everything is ready to go and the celebrations can begin in earnest.
Interesting. Okay. And you said this is about 3 weeks out, maybe 4 before the festival?
Most likely. Could always change just depending on how much more rain we get. I might do it sooner. But if it dries out, but those things are always a little bit up to things. Liv probably wanted to know, or is that what I named her? What did I name her? Vil. Vil probably wants to know since she's that's Lord Rice's late what would she be?
Lady in waiting.
No, Stuart.
Oh.
Stuart, and she has to make arrangements for various nobles coming out to stay and things like that. So she probably wanted to get an estimate of how much time before invitations had to be set out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. If you guys are in the area, you certainly could probably attend the blessing if you're going to be around here in 3-ish weeks.
I mean, I don't know what we're doing, We're always looking for the next job, the next task,
Mhm.
so maybe. But we'll be back through Maya Field in probably 8 days. And then once we get back to Fehan, we'll see where it goes. But it perhaps would be nice to actually enjoy a festival. We missed the chariot races here recently, thwarting a robbery.
Oh, who was getting robbed?
The university, well, I mean, they might have, but no.
He's like, oh, like he's really surprised. Like, well, how did you get involved with that? Like, just like kind of like baffled. Like that sounds important.
Well, we're kind of investigative experts.
Are you, Andrew? Are you with him? Are you trying to say something? Like,
I'm trying to see, like, would I still be in there when he's saying
yes. Well, I don't know. Would you have stayed in drinking with him?
Because I mean, like Hans and Franz isn't standing up and just be like, "Oh yeah, we saved the university." It's not like he's just like, either sitting at a table with him and talking to him, or maybe standing up at the bar and just like, having like a very close conversation.
You're sitting at a
It's
table
not like he's
talking
yelling
with him.
it or anything. He's just having this casual conversation.
That is up to you, Andrew. Would Hans and Franz, and be honest, would Hans and Franz have stayed in there for an hour drinking? Or would Nora have been in there? Or would Una and Road have come in at all? That's up to you.
I probably would have been drinking much. I probably would have just nursed the same beer because we're on the job.
Yeah. Are you staying with him though? Would you have been with him for an hour when he gets to this point?
Probably. I mean, I don't have any reason
The rest
not
of
to.
us
So yeah, you can interject here if you feel like.
So yeah, when he starts talking about when he says thwarting the robbery, and he says, "Oh, who was gonna be robbed? Like who was being robbed or whatever?" I would be like, "Oh, it was just some nobles or whatever. It wasn't a big deal." I mean, it was a big.
It was kind of a big deal.
But brother, it wasn't that big of a deal. And I'll give him a pointed look, like, "Shut the fuck up, bro."
Use that twin telepathy.
Yep.
I mean, Hans and Franz has amazing insight, so he's like,
Okay, that's a little odd, but all right. Yeah, but it was just fine. We stopped it, and everything was good, and no one died.
I'd hope not during a robbery, but that's wonderful. Ghost slayers and robbery fighters. So,
Oh yeah.
Robbery? Does he actually say robbery
yeah,
fighting?
he's a little bit into his cups at this point. Not.
You're a little into your cups.
Yeah, my cup of water.
Where's that bottle of mead that you've been hiding behind the camera?
Yeah. You go get those robbery fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably shortly after that, I'd be like, well, brother, we should probably get back out, we got to be on duty.
Oh, sure. Well, it was nice seeing you, Father Nari. Have yourself a good night, and we'll see you. Whatever. Nari, Snorri, Bori.
Nora, Flora, Bora.
Cora.
Wait, what's his name?
Father Neri.
Okay, I thought it was like Nori. I was like, wait, I would have remembered that because I would have made some comment about aliens. Because George Nori, yeah.
Aliens.
Oh. Well, have a good night, Father Neri. It was nice talking to you, and thank you for the drinks.
I'll always buy you drinks when you come through.
Oh, excellent. Perhaps I shall have to visit here more often.
Did you just say excellent?
Maybe.
Apparently, both Josh and I have been in our cups today.
Excellent. It just was kind of, stuck in my jowls just a little bit.
Brother, you've had too much to drink. We're on duty.
Yeah, it's fine. You can set me right, brother.
I right in the forehead and give him a cure disease or remove poison.
See? Now it's all fine.
Power of Christ compels you.
Yeah. The
power of Frost compels
the power of the snake compels you. Whack.
So, are you guys talking about or doing anything in the carts? Una, it probably would have taken you 20 minutes to set up the 2 alarms around the cart because you don't need to go miles around.
It'll be 20 minutes for the alarms and then an hour and a minute for Spirule.
Is it an hour? Is it a minute or is it 10 minutes for the ritual?
So it's 10 minutes for a ritual, but so if it's a minute casting, it takes 11 minutes then. So that's what the alarm would be. The alarm would be 22 minutes then, but the find familiar to change his shape takes an hour. So it's an hour and 10 minutes. So
you're still
we're
doing
at
that when they come back.
an hour and 32 minutes. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot of casting, which is fine. And then after that, she's just going to take time to cast Goodberry and fill up her bag because that's about ready to end. So she'll cast 60 Goodberries to keep on hand. That'll be good until whenever she goes to bed.
All right.
Gotta keep the party safe.
Nora, are
and
you doing anything? Nope.
Not in particular, no.
All right.
Can we come up with an aggressive delivery system for these good berries? Like some sort of slingshot, just smack! One hit
So it's
point.
actually thinking about this. I can use Spirule like a carrying pigeon and have him carry good berries to you guys as needed. So like
Take
I
this
could
good
just
berry. Deliver it.
basically what I could do is I could hook up like little pouches on him.
That he grabs.
So when he's in battle, he has like this harness full of pouches that are like easy tear away. So I can just have him fly to you guys as needed.
So
Okay, I want you to think about this.
he can't be a puffin anymore. He's got to be a carrier pigeon.
I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to think about
Carrier
the physics
puffin.
of this. Ripping the bag off of this carrier pigeon mid-flight, you would just be like, and then like he would go like, and like
Yeah.
chucked away. He would probably need to.
He would be a
hold him in his
single-use
He'd have to
delivery
land.
system.
Yeah, he would definitely have to land, but
It'd be
the
easier if
thought
you
is
just-
there.
You should make netted bags, and then he can just
Yeah.
pick them up and then drop them. Like
Mm-hmm.
with 2, he can just only do 2.
No, full on. We're gonna craft him like a strapped leather harness with a bunch of loops that we can tie some like teabag like goodberry.
You know, you have like
pouches.
hooks,
Put them
so you
around
like
his
have like little metal rings and like
Perfect.
metal hooks.
Put them around his talons so that he can like pull a ring and it'll release a good berry so that you can touch it. Ow.
Yeah.
Wait, how much do puffins weigh? Because we're dangerously getting into the
Enough.
Monty Python sketch of how many
No.
good berries can it's a matter of- it's a matter of-
Elaine-
Technically
Unladen.
tiny. Yeah, I don't know. Puffins don't weigh very much, but
No, they
birds
don't.
have,
Weigh like 4 pounds.
Yeah.
but they have
Oh
a
my-
carrying capacity. Hold on.
It's not like it would weigh like
No, a good
Oh,
berry
okay.
is
Arctic-
negligible.
An
Yeah.
Arctic puffin weighs 1 pound.
But they can
Okay.
carry 10 fish at a time.
that's a
How
lot.
big are the fish?
How the fuck are
According
they
to
carrying-
puffins, can usually carry 10 fish at a time in their beaks, so he could just have them in his beak.
How?
How does he
all
fly?
the fish?
Are
You
they like guppies or are they
I don't
like
know.
trout?
Yeah, just
good
little
fish.
tiny Arctic sardines. Just
Yeah.
Probably.
So as you guys are turning in for the evening, what's the watch order?
I'll take first because I got my goggles.
Una
Well,
takes,
I can take-
Luna takes
take one of
middle
those.
because she can see in the dark. She's the only one who can.
well, I can see in the dark. I've got my goggles.
That's true. But you usually go with Hans and Franz.
Yeah. Nora's got dark vision, so
I think Aaron's the only one. Aaron, Hans and Franz. Neither Hans and Franz do, except for Josh or Andrew's Hans and Franz because of goggles. So
Yeah, kitty.
Nora will go wherever she is needed.
I'll go first. That's fine.
Okay. Una will go second.
yeah, Hans and Franz will do the watch with his brother.
okay.
I'll go whenever.
You're just kind of always there. Nora, are you gonna do a watch with Una, or are you gonna do the morning watch with your Aaron? Can go wherever, or you could just sleep and Aaron can do the morning one.
Nah, I'll probably go in the morning.
Okay.
Hang out with my bro.
Technically, I'm always watching.
Technically.
That's true. And super creepy.
I'm always watching,
Watching,
you,
Wazowski.
Wazowski. Always watching.
Hans and Franz, give me a perception roll on your first part of the watch, both of you.
All right, I have disadvantage. Technically blind, so I'm just listening.
Ha! Oh,
Yeah.
default to 10.
Okay. What about you, hun? Listening.
13 default or passive is 17 for hearing at least, I guess, because I
Okay.
can't see.
Yeah. It's pretty uneventful. Like for the most part, you hear bugs, you hear some rodents, you hear like some night birds, but otherwise it's pretty calm in the town. No creepy echoing of ghosts. It does rain a little bit during the night, so you kind of hear the pattering of rain. Do you guys talk at all on your watch?
Oh, probably, but I don't really have.
You know, I would have told you that I sent a letter.
Oh.
You didn't think
Oh,
I would
okay.
tell him that?
No, it's just like he's like, you didn't tell me you sent it. I wanted to add stuff.
No. Oh,
I would have
Oh.
told him about it.
yeah.
I mean, was there something you wanted to add? I can add it.
No. At least not Josh. I'm sure Hans and Franz would have, but I just can't think of what he would add. Yeah, he would probably just
Where'd you send it?
Well, so what was the name of the town, Lizzie? I said I was able to get it to Wolfside tomorrow. Today.
Oh,
Would that
that's
would
really
work?
fast.
Yeah, but then it's a matter of, when our people go there to trade and then they got to get back. So, probably a week or two.
I wonder if they'll send anything back.
I don't know. I told them if they wanted to send a letter to the Merchants Guild in Fayen. So, I mean, it'd be nice to hear from them, see how things
Yeah.
are going. But
Yeah, it'd be nice to,
finally have some wood.
Then I wouldn't feel so much like an exile.
Yeah, right.
You know, I've been thinking about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be a good thing to see everyone at the hive.
I think it will, brother. I think it'll be good. We can, you know, just finally let some of that air out, if you will, you know.
Some
Maybe
faces from the early days, our younger days, might be a welcome sight, you know.
Yeah, and then, you know, if the bee, you know, welcomes us to an extent, you know, with the missions, you know, maybe that'll go some way towards, you know, maybe not rectifying anything, but, you know, making it easier for them to accept us there.
Yeah, I just think the bee, for me, is probably the most intimidating of all of them. Probably because it's the one that I'm pursuing, you know.
Yeah, I get it, brother, but, you know, I don't think you have anything to worry about. I think your dedication and skill speak for itself. You know, even if you can't do some of the things the others can do, you've probably done things, you know, with you know, I kind of like grab my sword, like, you know, with inspiration and whatever the fuck Rowan's axe is named, I can't remember.
Protector.
Yeah, with Protector, you know, that's some pretty good work, you know. I don't think we really need to worry about that. I don't think you need to worry about it.
Yeah, well, you know, speaking of my work, I've done a little bit yesterday, just some minor stuff with nothing exceptional, but I crafted some rings out of platinum. And there's a spell that I will be able to use with them, but I also want to make them a little special. And so, Lizzie, I'll try to figure out some sort of like drawing of what I want the rings to look like, but they're kind of gonna have like accoutrement of you know, the bee kind of like hexagonal sort of imagery. Probably the structure of it will be hexagonal, and maybe in some of the hexes we'll have like the flowers from Nora, the like rowan berries, or maybe like something that's clearly depicts Rowan, the like a raven feather or something that depicts his brother, and then like the probably the arrows or something that's kind of unique to Una in the rings. Like that's like, you know, probably while it's on your finger, there it's like there's 5 sides to it, and they're all in like these hexes. I'll see if I could. I'm not that great of an artist, but I'll see if I can draw something.
Yeah, no, I get exactly what you want. And this is for, I'm assuming, the spell warding bond, where it's like you gotta have 2 rings. Yep, I know where you're going with.
And so Hans and Franz, of the platinum that he gathered, he created 5 rings. And he gave those rings to the dwarves.
You're giving a near one?
Yeah. And then he will have one more ring, which is the master ring, so that but he'll give a ring first and foremost to his brother, and he will, as he gives him this ring, he will put on a matching one, brother, I would like you to wear this at all times, so that because it requires us both to wear the ring. No, I'm not putting it on you.
With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee protect. My warding bond, your life, something, I can't rhyme.
If you love it, you put a ring on it, you know?
So wait a minute. Like, I mean, I don't think rings are actually though like something used in the Bandaya wedding
No,
ceremony.
I wouldn't think
No,
so.
not at all.
I
Well,
would imagine if
maybe,
anything, bracelets maybe.
maybe in your dad's original tribe where it was the craftsmen, they probably could have bracelets or something.
They probably bracelets or like big old like armbands
Mm-hmm.
that cover the forearm, which can actually have like etchings in them to almost tell a story.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like-
you know, like Celts. A lot of Celtic tribes had torques, like those metal necklaces. I'll get a picture of them.
Yeah, yep. But this, you know,
So they wouldn't associate that with weddings.
no, we wouldn't.
No.
I mean, Hans and Franz now, having spent 13 years in
who
other
knows?
cultures, would recognize rings sometimes are a symbol of wealth or of
Mhm.
marriage, but instead this ring is, you know, for Hans and Franz, it's a symbol of, you know, like
Family?
familial closeness. It is a symbol of affection, and you know, this is like, you know, with this ring, I am putting my life on the line for you when it comes down to it. That's like, from his perspective, that's what it is, because with the warding bond, he takes half of the pain, half of the hurt that the person bonded, the person warded feels. So the first ring he's given to his brother, and you know, probably throughout this trip, I will take little moments to hand out the other rings.
And warded bond, it's any creature that has it, but you pick one. So like every time you
Right.
use it, you're gonna have to pick which one of them you're gonna take.
Exactly.
for.
Yep. So the spell component part of it is that the rings have to touch, and they are basically linked together. So
Like
it's
the
like
Wonder
we can
Twins.
do like a fist
Captain
bump
Planet.
and do a warded bond. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Thanks, brother. I'm trying to figure. I think I get warded bond as well.
You do.
So I would understand the spell to an extent.
You guys could totally because you could use it then with somebody else who has a ring. So two of you could do that. So the twins could take all.
What happens if we daisy chain warded bonds?
So
like
I'll
half
take it
effective.
for Nora. Josh takes it for me, and then we'll get
And
Rowan.
then Josh dies. Nora gets hit. Hans and Trance dies.
So I don't want to interrupt the role playing, but I will say that I want to role play every single moment of when you give that to everybody
Oh,
else.
I plan
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Thank you, brother. This is an amazing spell, and you know it means a lot that you'd be willing to, you know, put yourself in that line for me. I mean, and obviously we're brothers, but you know, it doesn't always, especially now with what we've seen in the world since we've been out here, it doesn't always mean everything. So it's good to know that we've got each other's back, you know.
Yeah, and as we, you know, progress into more of this, don't necessarily want to call it hero work, but we seem to be doing, you know, things that put our lives on the line a little more. We're not just looking for the totems. We're not just traveling and working in the smithy and keeping house. We are, you know, kind of putting ourselves into other people's business, and
But only by invitation usually.
I mean, not necessarily by invitation. I mean, we kind of forced our way into the Selkie business.
Well, I mean, Una kind of brought us in on that, but
Una brought us into her business, but then Ulin and Lou and Serena and Papa Murphy's Pizza,
I think it's Papua New Guinea, brother.
whatever her name was, you know, we pushed ourselves into their business. You know, I mean, yes, their business was not so savory, was not so good as like a peppercini alongside a nice Papa Murphy's pizza or pepperoni well seasoned, you know. But
Yeah,
we pushed ourselves into their business, and that kind of got us. We
Well-
could have been hurt pretty badly. Luckily, no one was hurt terribly badly. I mean, Una kind of, but she's fine. She's resilient.
I will see. I mean, hopefully she's able to work right through it. But we didn't really put ourselves in their business. Lady Elaine invited us in to her business.
And her business conflicted with their business. And
Yeah.
when we're all up in people's business, we gotta need some help, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want to see you hurt. And I don't want to see Nora hurt. I don't want to see Rowan hurt, though I think his bark is much worse than his bite. And I don't want to see Una hurt either, even though she's got a really, really bad bite. I know her bark is soft and she just cares a lot.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
But I want to keep all of you, safe. And so, this is kind of my way of doing that.
Then it should be a good way to do it, and eventually I believe I can learn this spell as well. And then maybe we can, everybody helps everybody out.
That would be good.
Yeah.
That would be really good. Yeah. If you can do that, I mean, that keeps us very well.
I would need you to make the rings for me, but...
Oh, I have all of them. Ching, 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 ching. Wait, where's like a keychain or something? Dang it. There's just like 3 other rings in a little tiny bag, just kind of clinking around. Sure.
It sounds like dice jingling together.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
But
I do
you
declare.
get the gist.
I do declare.
Yeah, so that's what I do on the watch. That's my bit for the watch, at least.
Anything else on your guys' watch? Are you good?
I don't know. Does anything happen on our watch?
No, nothing happens. Everyone passes uneventfully.
Brothers grow closer. That's what happens.
Yeah, and I just want to make sure I didn't skip over anything else. Next up is Una and Rowan. You're just kind of there, awake, chilling.
Like
Una,
a villain?
Yep. Does Una do anything?
Nope. Just sends Brielle out on his. Well, actually, she probably wouldn't. We're in town, so she'd probably just kind of stay and watch vigilantly. I'm assuming you want me to roll.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, what a waste of a roll! Do you want me to roll? Please say yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was an natural 20.
Yeah. You hear. You can hear people kind of laughing in the tavern and getting put to bed eventually. Like, get out. It's late. Go home. Go to bed.
Go to bed.
Does my alarm
Go
go
to sleep.
off?
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Go to
No.
sleep, Bo.
You hear like insects and stuff go, like, and some rodents go through the alarm and everything, but otherwise it remains pretty uneventful. Roll a 100, a D100 for me.
Uh-oh.
I got a 12.
12. Okay. You're not sure what it is, but for some reason, like when you're just in the town, you have like something doesn't feel right.
Okay.
Like, and you don't actually hear anything, but you just kind of keep remembering your experiences with the ghosts in this town and like them screaming, like the one screaming at you and you hearing the term wheat. And that just really like sticks with you. And you don't hear anything, you're just reminded of that. And just there's something like that feels off kilter about this place to you.
Okay.
And that's it.
This is where your past life was murdered.
You gone, demon?
It passes uneventfully otherwise, and we go to Nora's watch in the morning.
See, I'm curious if the castle actually is like a torture palace, and those ghosts are the victims of him.
Just like in Akame ga Kill, the anime where like all the nobles were these like horrible people.
Isn't that just history?
Well, right, but there's an anime specifically about it, and there's like a troop of people who go and find the men who have now become monsters, and they kill them,
and they're like hunted by the government and stuff like that. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting anime for the dark. Really cool.
Are we saying that's what's happening here, Lizzie?
It's a
Are
sex
you
dungeon.
basing it off an anime?
Absolutely. It's a sex
Sorry.
dungeon. It's totally
Nora
a sex
can go
dungeon.
now. Hey, sex dungeon's okay too. Okay, I'll let
What?
Nora go.
Does Nora give me a perception check?
Okay. Well, that's not good. An 8.
With your passive, same thing. Hear
Yeah.
some bugs. Hear
16.
birds as they start waking up in the morning.
Okay. I don't know if Nora would really particularly do anything. She'd probably just be like, hey, Rowan, are you awake? And just would probably chat with him a little bit. She always asks, it's polite. But she would probably just want to talk to him about like, what do you want to do when Mama and Papa are here? And like, is there anything in particular you would want to show them or do with them or anything? Just like, like siblings do, and they're all excited about stuff.
Yeah. I want to show them all of my new magic and figure out if they know anything about why I am this way. If anyone would know, I feel like they might.
Probably Papa is going to be the one that knows the most about, in general, how you were made, I guess. But
That's true.
Mama knows a lot about Fae things, so I think both of them just being here in general will figure a lot of stuff out. Might just take some time, though.
Right. Plus, it's been a while since we've seen them, so it'll just be good to have them here anyway.
Yeah. It has been a little while, hasn't it?
How long has it been?
Since you saw them?
Yeah, since we last were in the village.
You
Couple
guys
months
probably
or-
were. Yeah, it's at least been because the campaign started in
longest.
like the beginning of August, and it's
Yeah.
like the middle of or towards the end of September now. So you guys left home on like
Oh,
It's been
probably,
like 2 months.
end of July.
I mean, it's
yeah.
the longest we've ever been away from home.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure. Sorry. Yeah. So it'll we haven't seen them in a while, so it'll be good to see them.
I'm curious how the forest is doing.
I hope it's okay.
I hope so. It seemed like it was in distress, but I'm sure they'll have some news on whether or not things are getting better.
Hopefully. I don't think anything would happen too quickly. I feel like it would be a much slower progression than as long as we've been gone.
I suppose, but you never know with spirits.
This is true.
Things can happen pretty suddenly. But I hope you're right. We'll just think positively. I'm sure they'll be fine. So,
All we can do is hope.
yep.
And then she's gonna kind of like dig through some of her books. I'm sure she probably still has one that she has on her about like different types of plants and everything. And she's gonna actually look up she knows dogwood and everything, but she'll refresh herself on like, what each of the ingredients she was asked to gather do and see if she can find anything about this whole like magic healing water in Queen's Rest.
The book doesn't specifically mention anything about healing water in Queen's Rest. It does say that there are springs that are known to have more, like, reported to have more healing properties. Some of them are more attributed to folklore, but purified water of sorts will do the trick. Sometimes it's more of the flavor of the location that makes it special.
Flavor.
The
Flavored
flavor.
water.
We
Flavored
did
water.
find a healing pool in the satyrs
Yeah.
Right.
thing too.
It's the same kind of thing. So,
Mhm. Yeah.
but yeah, she would just kind of like refresh herself on everything that she's been doing with Lucius just to,
Yep.
remind herself and stuff and study like she does.
Cool. Well, yeah, you can do that. The other plant stuff is mundane and just how to harvest it.
Yeah.
And stuff. / I can't find what pennyroyal does. I had it written down and I can't find it. So, dogwort.
Is that legit?
pennyroyal is a type of plant that's used in common herbalism.
Right, but I was gonna say, is that like a legit thing in D&D lore, or is it?
No, this is just
homebrew?
Lizzie looking up head witchy stuff of like what plant ingredients were used for stuff.
Now, how much time do you spend on witch talk?
I mean, there's a song called Pennyroyal Tea.
Okay.
Did Nora tell us that she needed to grab stuff from the bog?
She would have mentioned it, yeah. She wouldn't want to just drag people off
Mhm.
course without you guys knowing.
You just have to get some reeds. That's it.
Yeah.
Do I know if the bog is next to the road, or if we're gonna have to go off a little bit?
You probably would have to go off. Just like take it'd be like a 20-minute break to go get to it and walk back with some.
We've been there before, though, right?
Yeah, you guys went and walked around like some of it. You couldn't get around all of it, but most of it.
Yeah, she would just need to go grab some handfuls. So they maybe like if we were to do like just a quick pit stop for a little bit of a break and some food or something, then she'll grab it then. Yeah.
All right, give me a nature or survival check.
Okay. Well, I know which one I'm doing.
Survival.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
18.
Okay. You easily find some dogwood that is not far in. It's just like towards the you find a little bit more of a patch where you can get to it and collect it fairly easily. Give me a perception check too.
That is 20.
As you're there kind of collecting the dogwood and you're looking around, you notice that not in the bog itself, but kind of curving around the lip of the bog, it looks like there were some cart tracks that go to the western or around the if you're getting the dogwood here on the map, it looks like they go this way around it.
Okay.
To the south,
To the east.
yeah, southeast side, yeah.
Okay.
Anti-clockwise to the east.
They're taking them the back way to the castle to be used as sacrifices and turned into ghosts.
This seems a little suspicious. Will the party stop to investigate? Or are there future dangers lurking on the road ahead? Find out next time on the Guardians of Fehal.